Regie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my live streams. This is the Ready, Set, Go preview show. This is a show that we have been doing for 117 weeks, pretty much in a row. I don't think we've missed very many Sundays, but I definitely want to welcome everyone to this live stream. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos for whatever reason, I want to officially invite you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on any of the videos that I release here from the channel Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the live streams on Wednesday and Sunday night. If you are a longtime subscriber, I definitely want to say thank you. And I definitely appreciate all of the views. And during this show, we're going to talk about some things that are top of mind for me, some things that have appeared in the news that I want to make sure that everyone is aware of. I'm going to provide you with a preview of some of the content that is going to be released from the channel over the course of this week. And then we are also going to give away a cool slab from our friends at Go Collect. Before I go any further, I want to officially invite Tracy is Best to claim this book. And I cannot remember who it was on one of the live streams recently that said, Tracy, you should probably get ready to claim the book. Someone was like, I think I have a feeling that the first place winner will not claim the book. And sure enough, they did not, which means that Tracy is Best, who is in second place, is now eligible to claim this book, which is Secret War, issue number 2, a 9.8 with white pages, the first appearance of Quake. Tracy, send me an email to Regie at regiecollects.com, and I will send this off to you. I need to know your full name and all that stuff, a mailing address, and I will bundle this up for you. And then tonight, we're going to give away this book right here, Star Wars, issue number 43 to one lucky subscriber. And then I will also preview for you the book that is going to be given away this upcoming week. And I will tell you, it is an awesome book. It is a book that I personally have wanted in my collection. It is the first time that I've actually held this book in my hands, and I am actually going to give this book away to one subscriber. So again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I invite you to do so now, because that is what makes you eligible for the giveaway. And the basic criteria for the giveaway that is sponsored by Go Collect is pretty simple. You be a subscriber, a resident of the United States or of Canada, or have a mailing address. It is just that simple. And then you watch the videos that come out from the channel over the course of the week. And in one of those videos is a phrase. You then head over to the community tab, you plug that phrase in, and you are off and running. Make sure that you check out the description of this video. There is a link with all of the details for how to enter the Go Collect giveaway, because I did shortcut a few things there that I think people should be aware of. All right. So let me go to the chat real quick. Let me say hello to some folks. And I will tell you, this is probably not going to be a terribly long show. I have had a crazy weekend in preparation for my move, which is set to go down on the 25th and 6th of this month. I am sore from head to toe between working out and moving boxes, literally sore from head to toe. And the hot tub is calling me. Okay. The hot tub is calling me tonight, because I am going to go for a soak like I did last night. So let me go here real quick and say hello to some soldiers that have joined me here. Randy Resnake is in the house. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Matt Woods, one of the blue wrenches. For those that don't know, a blue wrench is essentially a moderator. It is a person that I trust, that pays attention to what's going on in the chat, welcomes people, helps me to monitor what's going on. And generally speaking, just all around good people. If you see someone that's a blue wrench, it is a person that I know and I trust. So shout out to my man, Matt Woods. It is good to see you. Chuck, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Master Blaster is in the house. Always good to see you. And then we have the OG Blue Wrench, Tina. It is always good to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything that you do. Phil Tastic is in the house. My man, Doug, blogger extraordinaire, is in the house. Also a regular on the channel. Definitely appreciate you. 2021, bro. Well, I don't know what you do, but I want to be you, okay? Because the stacks of boxes that you open up on the Instagram is impressive. I just want to be your friend. That's all I'm saying to you. Super honorable nephew in the house. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. My man, Harvey Abel, my Canadian brother. It is good to see you. Prince Zodiac is in the house. Scrolling through the names. Thomas is in here. My man, Joe, it is good to see you. YouTuber right there, my man, Joe. Anachronic Comics. Wade is in the house. Shadow, how you doing? DC Dude is in the house. Michael is in here. The best is in the house. X11 Bravo is in the house. Oh, thank you for that. Happy Mother's Day to all of the people that are in this room right now that are actually mothers. Happy Mother's Day. It doesn't matter if you have one kid, two kid, or your child has fur. Happy Mother's Day to you. Shout out and happy Mother's Day to all the women that are able to hear my voice right now because your husband or significant other actually has me on. Shout out to you as well. Happy Mother's Day. I will tell you, I was a little sad today. Because I wanted to put up a post on the social medias, on the Instagram, to shout out my mom, and I realized that I did not have any current photos of me with my mom. And the one saving grace, if you will, that I had was I realized that soon enough, I'm going to have more than my share of photos with my mom because I'm actually moving to be about 30 minutes closer to her and my father. I did speak with her via not Skype, FaceTime. And we had a good conversation. She and my father were out camping with some friends because that's what they do. My parents like to have a good time, but I'm actually looking forward to being closer to my parents, and I will be there in North Carolina with her very, very soon. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So somebody just dropped a super chat. Who was that? Pretty Fly. There you go. Thank you. Shout out to all the mothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. No. You deep, bro. You are deep right there. Also, shout out to Mrs. Fly. Not only is it Mother's Day, but it's also our 5th anniversary, or is it 6? Ooh, brother. So, you might be a rookie at this game of marriage. You just if you don't know, just don't say it. Just don't say it. But no, shout out to you and your wife, man, for happy anniversary. Shout out to that wonderful child that you guys have. Love the Instagram post that you put up featuring her as Baby Yoda. There is nothing cuter than a kid, and there's certainly nothing cuter than a kid dressed as a Baby Yoda, because Baby Yoda is super dope. Super honorable nephew, thank you for the super chat, brother. Great content as always. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers doing their thing. I added that, the thing, doing their thing. Still going to pick up Batman 96. That's what's up, man. I actually picked up, Batman 108, the first appearance of Miracle Molly. Went ahead and snagged that this week. But again, shout out to everybody. I definitely appreciate you guys. I want to give you a heads up. on a positive note on something that is incredibly dope that is happening. A new comic shop is going to be opening up in the Los Angeles area. And I got this message from the owner of the shop. I thought it was incredible. These guys are opening up where I think it's in proximity to where I used to go to the clubs back in the day when I lived down in LA on Sunset. I don't know all the layout. I think things have changed in 10 years or 16 years, whatever it's been since I've been in the LA area. But Sunset Comics is actually opening up. Guess what? Pretty Fly. Guess where they're opening up? On Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Comics is opening up on Sunset Boulevard in West Hollywood. And I don't know this for a fact. I would need somebody to fact check me. But this appears to potentially, possibly be one of the first comic shops to open up in this post-pandemic period. This is a physical comic shop that is opening up in the Los Angeles area, in West Hollywood. They're opening up. Their grand opening is going to be on June 1st. But here's the thing. Before they actually open up, these guys are doing, and I'm assuming it's all guys, I don't know, I use this in the proverbial, these folks, these wonderful people that are opening up in LCS are actually doing an in-store signing with an artist. They're doing this signing on May 16th from 1 to 6. And I don't know a lot of people that are doing physical in-store signings, much less new comic shops that are opening up in a post-pandemic period, if you can call this the post-pandemic period. But Sunset Comics is indeed doing it, and I want to show you guys this. They are bringing in Todd, and I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm not even going to try. Todd is going to be on site signing comics for the X Corp. X Corp comic. This is a comic that we've actually highlighted before on the channel. This is one of those titles that I was super pumped about when I first heard about it, with the whole mutants and Krakoa, the whole business side of things with Warren Warrington, and them having the X Corp. So this is going to be a new book that is going to be coming out, and this comic shop, Sunset Comics, is going to be launching this comic. As you can see, this variant, it is a trade dress, a virgin, and also a sketch. They are offering them raw, they're offering bundles, and they're offering blue label and yellow label. So I wanted to hip you guys to this. Their website is sunsetcomics with an X.com. You can see the URL up here, sunsetcomics.com. And here's the cool thing. They're actually offering a discount to all of my subscribers that take advantage of this. The code, of course, is, as you would imagine, Regie Collects with a space, REGIE Collects. And you can save yourself 10% on whatever is on their shop, including this really dope variant that they're going to be coming out with, that is going to be signed again on May 16th from 1 to 6. So if you are in the LA area, make sure that you look up them. And they, again, it is sunsetcomics.com. The cool thing, the other cool thing is that they are actually going to be giving me a set to give away. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to stay tuned. We'll come up with some method to actually give away a full set of these. And again, it'll be the trade dress, the virgin, and then also the sketch. We're going to be giving away again. Shout out to these guys. And then they're also coming out with, let me see if I can scroll down. They're coming out with Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters #1, another variant. This one right here, this is the other variant that they're going to be coming out with for July. And I don't know if that one's going to be signed or anything like that. But again, just wanted to kind of hip you guys to that one. That one, you can see the price there, about $39. But the ones up top, little bit different pricing structure there again, because they're selling them as individual books and then also little bundles. So again, check that out. 10% you can actually save. So I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and shared that. Let me go to the chat real quick before I move on. What is this? Lou Ferrigno, coming to the LCS. I gotta get my proposal. Oh, Master Blaster, you are hilarious. Let me see what else you guys are talking about. Scrolling through some of the comments here, making sure I am all caught up on the conversation. The Russian Bear, it is good to see you. Southern Comic Geek, it is good to see you. We are getting closer to normal, man. And again, that's one of the cool things, man. That's one of the cool things, is that maybe this is a sign that things are, getting better. I think that some shops, stores in general, restaurants and things like that in the San Francisco area were actually able to open back up. I don't watch a ton of the local news, but I think things are starting to open up. So maybe this again is a good sign. Almighty Liger King, X Corp, Corporation X-Men. I'm pretty sure that they do have a 401k. No one has a pension plan these days other than my wife, but I'm pretty sure they have a 401k. Lee, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Pretty fly. I think they're down in your neck of the woods, brother. They shouldn't be too far. It is Todd. I think the spelling is Nauck. I think that's a spelling, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no clue how to pronounce it. He's a fantastic artist. I will tell you that, because that cover art is pretty dope. I will tell you that, but I would butcher his name if I were to say it. So thank you guys. No, not Todd McFarlane. Sorry. Sorry for the confusion. Sorry. Nauck. Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Nauck? I would not have said it that way. I am so glad that I did not attempt, because I would have butchered that. Thank you, Mars. Oh, here we go. The guy right here. This is the guy from Sunset Comics. There you go. I definitely appreciate you guys reaching out to me, Brandon. Now everybody's an expert on the pronunciation. Now everybody's an expert. But again, shout out to Sunset Comics for having the gumption to open up a comic shop and to even just push forward and do a live in-store signing in California. I think that this should be applauded. Shout out to those guys again. Their grand opening is going to be on June 1st, and then the signing is taking place before that on May 16th, which is not that far away, but you have the ability to go ahead if you're not local and get it from their website, sunsetcomics.com, using the code Regie to save yourself 10%. And again, stay tuned because we're going to be giving away a set of these. Tough Book, how you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. All right, so that was one thing I wanted to hip you guys to, was this X Corp dope book. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is Chip Zdarsky. This dude, if you haven't read the current volume of Daredevil, I have not read the whole thing all the way through, but I think I read like the first 12 or 15 issues, and it was fantastic. It really was. And I don't know, is Chip Zdarsky also writing Strange Academy? Because you guys encouraged me to read that. I think I'm like 5 issues into that, and that's pretty good. I can't remember if that's Chip Zdarsky or not, but my point here is that I dig some Chip. I dig some Chip. That is also not his real name. I think he has a real name. I can't remember what it is, but Chip Zdarsky is going to actually potentially, maybe, possibly be writing Immortal Hulk moving forward. And so let me share my screen with you guys so that I can hip you to what was dropped on Newsarama recently. Again, that's a website that I do enjoy, the news that comes out from Newsarama. What they are saying is that Chip Zdarsky is actually going to be working on the Hulk side of the free comic book day one-shot that is going to be coming out. And I believe Jason Aaron is actually working on the Avengers side of that same book. And it was recently announced by Jason Aaron that that Chip Zdarsky is going to be doing that book. I don't think people knew that. And the question that at least Newsarama is asking is, is this a sign? Is it the possibility that Chip Zdarsky is going to slide over and work on Immortal Hulk because of the current writer's run is actually ending with the 50th issue? And I don't think we know the release date of that, but Al Ewing's run on Immortal Hulk is supposed to be ending at 50. You guys have been urging me to not cancel and to go all the way to 50, but if Chip Zdarsky is indeed doing this run, then that could be pretty exciting. So I think the way that this thing is going to work, I don't know exactly when the free comic book day book is coming out, but they're basically saying that there's the possibility that this 50th issue could happen in September, and then Chip might take over after that. I think it would be pretty cool if he actually did, because again, I do dig his writing, so it'll be interesting. I don't know what folks think about that, but I'm gonna go back to the chat real quick. Chips and salsa. Clyde, you do indeed have some pressing issues. There you go. 1G is actually a dope name. I would agree with that. You guys are hilarious tonight. What is that? There was a comment. Is he writing Stillwater? I must really do like his writing, because I also really like Stillwater. I enjoyed that. You guys have probably seen the video where I show multiple copies of that. Oh my goodness. I need to get a desk that doesn't move when I laugh, because I laugh a lot and I'm always watching my screen shake. So my apologies for that. We're gonna have to do better. We're gonna have to do better in the new house, the new setup. Scrolling through some of the comments here. What is this? If the first issue of his Immortal Hulk run is double size, would that be considered a double dip? I mean, you should never double dip. I mean, that's just, unless you're at the house, just the double dip, well, take that back. You can double dip if you reverse the thing that is being dipped. If you reverse it, then it's typically pretty good. It's still kind of frowned upon, especially if you're in public, but I think people would understand. So scrolling through some of the comments, what is this? Stillwater is a great read. Peep it above your head. Yeah, I'm telling you, Stillwater is pretty good. There's a lot of really good books out right now. I just read Nocterra think it was issue 3. And man, it gets better and better and better. It really does. And I'm also at the same time reading, what is it, Earth 2? I'm reading Earth 2 with that the Black Superman, Val or something like that, because there was this whole thing about who the next Black, because they're doing a Black Superman, right? So it was like these two characters that could be the possibility. I tried to read the one, I think it was Kelvin. That book is awful. That book, I think it's like issue 8. It is awful. It is an awful read. With that said, though, I started reading Earth 2 because I found those in the collection. I'll show you guys those probably in a video coming up. And I'm actually rather enjoying that. I'm actually enjoying that read. And I'm like, please be the Earth 2 Val Black Superman and not this Kelvin President guy with the clones or the robots or whatever, because that was not a very good read. But knowing DC, it'll probably be the robot guy. Scrolling through, yeah, there you go. So I've been trying to catch up, man. The problem is that there's just so much stuff to read that you just cannot get it all in. But I'm trying. What is that? Robin? What was that comment? Robin is really hardcore. I haven't read that. People spoke highly of Robin, but I have not had a chance to read it. Department of Truth, I struggled with issue 1, Mars, and I haven't gone back to it. I struggled with issue 1 and I have not touched it since then. People seem to really love it. People seem to love it. And I think, again, to the point that I was making, there's so many great comics that are coming out that it's like, there's a little something for everybody out there to actually read. And I think that that's actually a really good thing. So Old Earth 2 was good stuff. That's what I'm reading right now, man. I'm loving it. Ian says I'm behind about a month on books. So many good books out that you cannot read them all. So, all right, let me scroll through. All right, cool. So I think I'm all caught up. Again, there is a possibility for those that are coming in a little bit late that Chip Zdarsky may actually be writing the upcoming Immortal Hulk when Al Ewing's run ends at issue 50, possibly in September. He is doing the free comic book day part of that issue that's coming out. So that could potentially be a good book for folks to pick up. If Chip does indeed go on to be the writer for Immortal Hulk, you would assume that he's going to lay some kind of foundation starting in that book. And again, if he's partnering up with Jason Aaron's going to write one part, Chip Zdarsky is going to write the other. You would assume that these guys are going to put their best foot forward in that free comic book day. And so it could be a good book to pick up whenever free comic book day actually rolls around. So, which I think is what, May? Yeah, I think we're probably almost there, right? It should be soon is my thinking. Scrolling through some of the comments here, making sure that I am all caught up. Anyone check out the new, what was that? Anyone check out the new Superman TV series watching on HBO Max? People love that. What is it? Lois and Lane or something like that? I can't remember. No, not Lois and Lane. Lois and Clark? I think that's maybe what it is. People seem to enjoy that. A lot of great feedback on that show. I have not watched it myself, to be honest with you. What do I think about the Keanu Reeves comic? I have only read issue 1 thus far. I have issue 2. I have not yet read it, that one. But issue 1 was pretty good. I rather enjoyed it. So I heard a lot of people say really good stuff about issue 2. My man, Pretty Fly for a Filipino guy, sent me the third cover. It's the third issue variant with a red cover. And he knows I'm a sucker for red. So he's like trying to spend my money early is basically what he's doing. So shout out to Pretty Fly for at least he gave me a super chat with a couple of bucks to recoup some of what he is forcing me to spend. So the next thing that I wanted to hip you guys to, and I've kind of already alluded to this in the show, and it may have been Pretty Fly that hit me to this as well. And you can tell who I talk to because I always mention their name. Pretty Fly hit me to this one. Miracle Molly actually appeared. I think her full first appearance was in what was it, Batman 108. This cover right here. I went ahead and picked that up at the LCS just the other day. I have not yet read the comic, and I will tell you that the bottom of this is actually spoiled spoilers, so we're not going to talk about that. But I did want to let people know that if you are interested in, an interesting future, maybe this could be a book that you actually pick up. And I say that because James Tyan is actually the writer that has been introducing a lot of new concepts, a lot of new characters, and at least Newsarama believes that all of these characters that he is introducing may actually lead somewhere, and it may lead to some changes taking place with Batman and Gotham that may last a little bit longer than maybe some things that have been done in the past. Only time will tell whether that is indeed the case. But again, I went ahead and picked this book up. Again, Batman issue number 108. I think it's the first full appearance of Miracle Molly. And, James has introduced a couple of characters that seem to be sticking around. People thought that what he was doing wasn't going to stick, and his characters seem to have a little bit of longevity. And I mean, maybe we're a year in, but still, you never know how far some of this stuff will go. Let me go back to the chat real quick, make sure that I am all caught up. Scrolling through, it's con season again. Yeah, unfortunately, man, they're still canceling some cons. Fingers crossed that we get some that actually stick. Oh God, Chuck, Chuck, you are hilarious, my friend. You are hilarious. He does indeed. He hit me to another book. He hit me to another book earlier today, and I cannot remember what it was. Was written by the guy that's doing Department of Truth. It'll come to me, a nice house on the hill or something like that. Can't exactly remember. It's not available yet on mycomicshop.com, but he hit me to one, and I read some previews for it. So we'll see what happens with that one. Doug says he's hearing good things about Miracle Molly. That's what's up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Scrolling through there. It's August? Really? Is it August? Because it's normally what? Like May 5th, right? Normally like May 5th, I feel like I've seen the bag with the cross out and it'd be like the 5th, but August is, man, that's like forever away. She's I'm telling you, Noctera, man, I am fingers crossed that they will bring Erratic back, because that was a very fun read. Very fun read. Fingers crossed that one of the trends that I see with some of like the indie publishers is that they do these short spurts, because they don't want to do like a straight on ongoing series that people are interested in. So they do these short spurts of like a handful of issues. They get your attention, they get your interest, they do something really cool, they cycle it down, and then they come back again. So there's a very good chance that we may see Erratic again. It was a fun read, and we'll see what happens with that one, because I definitely enjoyed that one. So Joey over here shouting out Ghost Doctor. I think a few people have mentioned that one. I have not yet read that one. Clyde has given us some details here on Free Comic Book Day. Moved this summer, July or August, but I think someone just told us it's like August. Let me see if I can find the comment again. There we go. August 14th. Shadow, thank you for that tidbit there. Scrolling down through the comments again. Nice house on the lake. There you go. There you go. Thank you, brother. I definitely appreciate that. So Climbing Comics is dropping the knowledge from Pretty Fly. There you go. I will tell you, Laura, I read Ultra Mega. Issue number 1 was amazing. Issue number 2 was okay. I started reading issue number 3 and I was like, oh no, what happened? It got a little too kaiju for me. But I definitely enjoyed issue number 1. Number 2 was pretty good. Number 3, I don't know. I'm gonna have to revisit it. We're gonna have to revisit it and see it. And that's one of those things, man. You read books and you never quite know which way they're going to go. You never know when they're going to turn positive or negative. You never know, who it's intended to speak to. And that's one of the things, like with Noctera. Enjoyed issue number 1, did a whole video about it. I was like, please don't turn the corner. And it has not. We're at issue 3. They're still pulling out details. We're still learning some lot. They're still advancing the story, and it's pretty good. So I'm definitely enjoying that. So scrolling down to the bottom here, making sure, wait a minute, I missed it. Philtastic says cons are coming back in North Jersey. Garden State Con Fest is in June. A little too early for me, but hopefully checking out some form. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Fingers crossed that they do not cancel it and they keep it moving forward. So fingers crossed on that one, brother. All right. So we hipped you to Miracle Molly right there. So the last thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is about John Romita Jr. And we've spoken about John Romita a healthy bit over the last little bit. Most recently, we talked about the fact that all comic shops that sign up with Penguin are going to be getting a John Romita Jr. variant. And I don't know how many copies. I don't know how comic shops are going to distribute them. But when comic shops actually create a new account with Penguin, they get the book. Or if a comic shop is already signed up with Penguin, they too will get a copy of this variant. Again, it is unknown how many copies they will receive, but I actually spoke about that recently where I talked about Marvel's new distribution plan. So seems like Marvel is kind of rolling out the carpet for JR. And to that point, we have some details, kinda, that he is going to be doing something with the trial of Magneto. And the trial of Magneto, which actually originally occurred, I think Lee already left. This actually occurred in X-Men issue number 200. This is where John Romita Jr. that has essentially got his great start at Marvel when he was working on that book. So it appears that he's going to be doing something when he returns related to the trial of Magneto. It is unclear of whether he's going to be doing cover art or whether he's going to be doing the ongoing title. But there is some involvement here. And sorry, my page is a little slow to load. It is unclear whether Romita will provide the art for the new trial of Magneto story itself, or if he's simply providing the teaser art. But Marvel promises more information next week. So they're definitely rolling out the red carpet for JR, making a lot of noise in the media about him, which may be a good sign that he's going to be working on some good projects moving forward. I will tell you, I personally struggle with his artwork just a little bit. It's like even his Superman, it's a little stiff, a little blocky for me. And maybe it's just because I don't fully appreciate his style. But I know a lot of people are a huge fan of JR. So I wanted to make sure that I covered off on this and let people know that he was indeed back and that he is going to have some connection to the trial of Magneto whenever that story actually drops. So there you go. Let me go back to the chat real quick. See where you guys are. Scrolling through some of the comments here. Scrolling. There we go. I love JR from X-Men to Batman. All of it killer work. There you go. All right, cool. And that was the thing. That was the thing that the article talked about, Almighty Liger King, was they were like, well, what exactly did he do, right? Because if you think about it, Krakoa doesn't have a whole lot of laws, but one of the biggest ones, of course, is no killing of humans. And I guess with this event that is coming up here relatively soon, supposedly there's going to be a lot of humans on Krakoa. And so potentially Magneto killed one of those humans and now he is on trial. It is kind of unknown why he's going to be on trial and for what, but I guess all will be revealed soon enough. So let me see. Yeah, people were not feeling his work on that art. His art, his style is different, and I think it's important for people to gravitate to what they like. It's not necessarily my style, but again, there are folks that absolutely love him. Saying, you can pick an artist, pick an artist, except for Jim Lee because everybody loves Jim Lee. Van says I prefer JR Senior. Oh man, who doesn't love ASM 50? Goodness gracious. I think everybody loves that one. Philtastic is on board with Mars. Again, nothing wrong with that. I think that's one of the great things about this hobby is that we don't all have to agree on this stuff, but we can all celebrate the fact that we love comics. Joe, my move is actually happening on the 25th and 26th of this month. I will be in North Carolina by the end of the month. They just won't leave Magneto alone. They're messing with the guy who can control the electromagnetic field of the planet. I'm telling you, man, he can pull the iron right out of your blood. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Did you not see what he did to Wolverine? Come on, people. He just wants to be left alone. I will tell you, hands down, still to this day, one of the dopest speeches ever from a semi-bad guy was Magneto and what was it, House of X, Power of 10, whatever issue that was, where I think it was like issue 4 maybe, where he gave that speech. Man, that was an incredible. I might go back and read that speech again because it was, again, in my opinion, hands down, some of the best writing of a bad guy that I have ever read. And if memory serves, my man was dressed in a white suit with a purple tie, just pimp all the way through. I probably will not. There are people that are trying to get me to New York cons, that want me to come to cons. I will say that anything is possible, but if I don't have a business reason to be there, I probably will not. But as I mentioned about a month and a half ago, there are some things that have been put out there by at least one company that would involve me making some appearances. So we will see whether some magic actually happens. So Tracy is best. How you doing, Reggie? I can't even imagine. You must be swamped right now looking for a brother. I'm gonna tell you right now. Life is crazy. Life is crazy. And while you're here, you may have missed the beginning of the show, Tracy is best, but because I like you, make sure you send me an email to Regie@RegieCollects.com so you can claim your book, because you are second place and the book was not claimed. So I'm going to put that out there right now. Tracy is best. You, sir, are the winner of last week's Go Collect giveaway. So make sure you send me that email to Regie@RegieCollects.com. Provide me with all of your contact information, and I will get that mailed out to you. Holy smokes, ASM 300 just did 85. That is redunculous. That is redunculous. Reggie no fly, Reggie no drop. Man, if somebody asked me that question, he is correct. I shall be on a plane. I shall be on a plane. I will not be driving. Tina, thank you. We appreciate all you do, Reggie, even during the house. Yeah, man. Here's what's cool is I think I'm only going to miss like one Wednesday show. If all goes according to plan, I'm going to miss one Wednesday show. Possibly because I won't have anything to do a Wednesday show with, and maybe a Sunday show as well. A lot will depend upon when the truck actually arrives with my household possessions. I may travel with some of my equipment, but you know, we'll see. We'll see if it's even possible for me to do a Wednesday and a Sunday show, but I may miss one of each. So we will see what happens with that. All right. So let me keep this thing moving forward, because again, as I mentioned at the top of the show, I worked out, I trained legs, I trained back, and then I also helps my wife move about 140 boxes. She had all these comic book boxes that she needed to move, so I helped her move that. So I'm a little sore from all that. Let me give you guys a heads up on some of the videos that are going to be coming up from the channel over the course of this week. I'm going to be releasing a video on smart. It's about smart collecting, right? So how to collect comic books smartly. That video will be coming out. I'm going to be releasing a 5 tips video as to whether now is the time to actually sell comics. If you remember last week, I released a 5 tips video, whether now was the time to buy comics. This week, it is, should we be selling comics? And then I'm also going to be releasing a video in which I show you guys some books that I scored. And let me tell you, some good books. Okay, so I scored some books, scored some keys. You do not want to miss that video when it drops. And then we're also going to be doing Comics Today on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. In addition to those videos about smart collecting, about selling comics now, 5 tips, and then also scoring some keys, I'm going to be releasing one podcast. The podcast is available on many different platforms, including Podbean. Podbean is a podcasting app you can download and listen to me on the go. In addition to that, we're going to be releasing one blog post from my man Doug, who is in the chat right now. That'll actually be coming out, so don't miss that. All right. And now with that stuff out of the way, I am ready to and I'm back. That I don't know what just happened there. Possibly the first time that my live stream has ever been interrupted, but I am back. Hopefully everybody can hear me and also see me. Yes, I think it's catching up. I think it's catching up. You guys tell me. Andy's back. I could have been like, and the Go Collect giveaway winner is click. All right, so now we're going to give away a cool book right here. It is Star Wars issue number 43 and 8.5 with off-white pages. Newsstand. This book is valued somewhere between $150 and $200, as are all the books that we give away here on the channel. Thanks to my friends over at Go Collect who have been supporting the channel for 117 weeks. So we're going to go ahead and roll some dice here and see how many times we're going to have to randomize this list. And we have rolled 8. So we're going to randomize this list a total of 8 times. Then we're going to give away a cool book, and then I'm going to get in the hot tub. All right, so let me go ahead and find my list here. And here are the names of all of the individuals that were able to successfully find the video this week that contained a phrase that had to be entered into the MailChimp app in order for people to be in the running. There is a link on the community tab here on YouTube. All you have to do is whenever you get the phrase, you head over to the community tab, you find the post where I'm talking about the book, you click the link, you go to MailChimp. Once on MailChimp, you plug in 3 pieces of information. One of those things would have been the phrase that is embedded weekly into one video that is released between Monday and Friday. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and randomize this thing a total of 8 times, and then we're going to give away a really cool book. Let me make sure you guys can see that. You can. All right, so that was 1 right there. Here is 2. Scrolling. Here is 3. Here is 4. We are halfway there, people. 5. We have a lag, a little bit of a lag there. That's 6. Here's 7. And the winner of this week's giveaway is Crazy 8 Comics. Crazy 8 Comics. You, sir, or madam, are the winner of this week's Go Collect giveaway. Please send me an email to Regie@regiecollects.com with your screen name, your government name, your full mailing address, and I will get this bundled up and sent out to you. You can kind of see the top 5 right here. Fingers crossed that Crazy 8 Comics actually collects their book, because they have 1 week to do so, or else it goes to David. So David, you are on deck. Do not send me an email until next week, but just be aware. Oh, look at that. Doug is in the top 10. How about that? Coffee and Comics. That is a wonderful name. I don't know who you are, but I like your name. Again, Harvey Abel. Look at you. Oh, look at you, Harvey Abel. All right. So that's the winner. Again, congratulations, my friend. Fingers crossed that, again, you guys are able to get it in. Again, huge shout out to Sunset Comics for actually opening up a shop post-pandemic down in the West Hollywood area of Los Angeles. You can actually pick up a really awesome variant that they are releasing of X Corp issue number 1 by Todd Knock. It is a fantastic variant. It is a trade dress, a virgin, and also a sketch cover, available as raw or signed yellow labels or blue label 9.8. Check out their website, sunsetcomics.com. And if you use the code Regie Collects, REGIE Collects, you can save yourself 10%. And I believe it's on the entire store. So they don't have a ton up right now, but I think that they're actually going to be putting up some Silver Age books very, very soon. I did see a copy of Giant Size X-Men that was really high grade. So if anyone wants to go ahead and send that to me, I would greatly appreciate it. But again, shout out to Sunset Comics for opening up a comic shop down there in the LA area. All right, let me scroll through the comments one more time. Mars, thank you, brother. More stock coming all this week. That's what's up. So I believe, and Mars, please correct me if I'm wrong, people actually have access to the code. They can use the Regie Collects code and save 10%. I want to say until June. If that's correct, please let me know that in the comment section, because that is a healthy amount of time for people to be able to save a couple of bucks. So let me scroll back through the comments, making sure that I am all caught up on everything. Yep, there we go. Tina giving a shout out. If Tina gives it her blessing, I'm telling you, it's all going to work out. No doubt about that one. All right. So I think I'm good. I think I'm all covered up. All right, cool. So again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me just a little bit here. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the book. I just looked over. Are you guys ready for this? There's still a lot of people here. All right, so you guys are ready for this. This is a book that I've wanted for a long time. I have to tell you, Jerry's not here. Jerry clearly is not here, because Jerry normally would have caught me on that one. So let me show you guys this book. I have wanted this book for a long time. This is Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, issue number 134. This is the first appearance of Darkseid in cameo on the last page. This is a 4.5 off-white pages. I got this book from a local comic shop, and I was tempted to keep it, but I wanted to go ahead and give it away because I think that it's the right thing to do. This is a dope book. So I definitely want to encourage you guys to make sure that you watch the videos that come out from the channel this week for your chance to win this book. I think it's a really cool book. Again, a book that I do not have in my collection. And as I look at the cover of this, I can tell you that this book was not pressed. This book absolutely was not pressed. And the backside was not cleaned. This is a book that is a wonderful candidate for a grade bump. Let me tell you, yeah, you can get a grade bump on that. That's a nice book. That is a nice book right there. So shout out to whoever wins that book. Again, all you have to do is to be a subscriber, watch the videos that come out from the channel, capture the phrase, and then enter the contest, and you are in the running. All right. As always, I want to let you guys know that if you need to reach out to me, you can always do it on Instagram at Regie Collects. And if you need to send me an email, you can do that as well at regiecollects.com. If you're feeling frisky, you can head over to the website, regiecollects.com. There's a ton of great stuff. There are a lot of blog posts and all kinds of other information that if you guys need anything, there are some great resources out there for you. Take care.